gentlemen, and welcome to the 12th edition of this year of WCHS Today. I'm your announcer, John Stromiger, along with host Jim Tallman. Tonight's guests are 8th graders of the month from St. Pat's and Mr. Torrey, so stick around and enjoy the show. The host of the show, here's Jim.
Hey. Well, how's everybody tonight? Yeah, all right. Let's go over and see the band. No band tonight. They're touring in Bahamas, but filling in for the place of the band tonight is our associate producer, Scott Raspin. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine.
So what you gonna do anything for us tonight? Any special songs?
I'm just gonna cue Dan at the end.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Thanks a lot. Put that.
Okay.
Let's get to the show. Big show. People from St. Pat's Grade School here tonight. Yeah. And our superintendent, Mr. Leroy. Let's get the show started off like we do every week. The door opens, and it is dumb joke of the week. Thanks, Rob. John, what's our dumb joke of the week?
Well, it's courtesy Becky Strawbridge.
Oh.
And she practically announced it to the whole crowd for the show, so laugh even if you have heard it. But why was 6 afraid of 7?
I don't know.
Because 7, 8, 9.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta turn the laugh track up double that much. Here, Shane.
Dumb joke
Thanks, Shane.
of the week.
Dumb joke of the week. Let's bring out our top 10 person. Here he is from an alumni of St. Pat's School.
Yeah.
You are one too,
There's
aren't you?
so many.
So many alumni from St. Pat's School here tonight. Tim Franz and Tim's Top 10.
Well, I was getting ready to do the top 10, and I was looking at the beautiful atlas. This is a real nice one. Rand McNally, I believe. They got some really nice cities in there, and I think whenever they want a product to name or a name or something, they look to the map. Okay, Cameron and Kirksville are like 5 miles apart. I don't know where it is. Pleasant Run. The nearest city to Pleasant Run is 23 miles. I don't know, 23 miles is not a pleasant run for me. I'm not quite on the top 10 yet, don't worry about it. There's a city in Texas called Earth.
Oh. That's original. Yeah.
City in Washington called Boring.
There's a city in Illinois.
It's a city in a city in West Virginia or Virginia, I don't know. Lost Creek. How can you lose a creek? I have a creek in my backyard and it's pretty big, and I don't think I'd lose it.
That green thing that
But
floats around. Yeah.
Yeah, it's but top 10 has to do with famous U.S. cities, so I think we're gonna
Hit the
see a little
graphics.
graphic stuff here. And number 10, Truth or Consequences. Number 9, Butternut. Number 8, Bean Blossom. Number 7, Nitrate City. Number 6, Bread Loaf.
Hey.
Number 5, Vinegar Bend. Number 4, Sweetwater. Now, hold on. What kind of people do you think live in Sweetwater?
Football players.
No. I won't even say that. Number 3, Lake Town. Number 2,
Lake Town.
Pee Wee Valley. And number 1, famous U.S. city, Needmore.
Oh. That's Tim's top 10 for tonight. Get you back on. There you go.
There we are.
Thanks for being on tonight. Yeah. See you next week.
What's this?
What's this What?
This is Barry Manilow on the agenda.
Barry Manilow, we were giving out Barry Manilow tickets again.
Oh no, not again.
We
Yeah,
did
we
it out
still
of
have 2
order.
tickets we're ready to give out. You guys want to try for another one?
Yeah!
Okay.
I want to go.
Tonight's question has to do with biblical references from the Bible.
That's logical.
Yeah, that's sort of nice. So if you guys can get this answer like in 15 seconds, hey,
Or 16.
you got 2 free tickets to Barry Manilow. How many books in the Bible would there be if you only counted the books up to Ruth, took the square rooted them, and multiplied them times 3.6?
Is that about the end of the time? Somebody could get this rice bake.
We'll tell you at the end of the show. Right now, our announcer's not back there right now, so we'll say think about that. Also, I'm sorry you don't get the 2 free tickets, but at least it'd be satisfying to
What is the
know. I don't know where I got it. It's back there in the announcement. Yeah, it's
Just say it.
I don't remember.
Oh.
I didn't figure it out. I just did the question. So
11.3.
11.3. Oh, there, right. Let's go on to the next, our first correspondent. Angie Kesting is our arts correspondent. She had a conflict tonight, cannot be here. So her fill-in is Brian Heller, and he'll be talking about the chorus and company and all band and everybody. So please welcome Mr. Brian Heller. So, how you been doing?
Oh, I'm just fine, Jim. I have a cold, but that's okay.
So, what's happening in the music world or drama
Well,
world?
this Sunday there's the big Christmas choral concert featuring the company, followed by a prep chorus, which is the freshmen, and then the concert choir. There will be 2 mass numbers with both concert choir and prep chorus, and the chorus alumni will be invited to sing for Handel's Hallelujah Chorus. And the company will be performing Madrigal, their Madrigal show for this year. So I think that'll be pretty exciting.
You look it.
Who should they call?
The concert is 3 p.m. this Sunday in the East Gym, and everyone's invited and it's free. So we encourage everyone to attend. And next weekend, that's the weekend of Madrigals.
Yeah.
Down in the Commons, there's Madrigal. This year there will be 2 beggars' nights and 1 dinner night. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, isn't
Yes.
it?
Mm-hmm.
And are tickets still available?
Yeah, I do believe. Yeah, there they are. Calling
Call
up.
high school.
Call the high school for tickets for the Madrigals. The beggars' nights will feature cheese and crackers. Actually,
Make me all that.
they'll be featuring the Madrigals, but you get to eat cheese and crackers.
Here they are. Cheese and crackers.
And for the for the full meal, I don't know what they're serving. Are we having the same caterers as last year? I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
That wasn't me.
Okay.
anyway, we get caterers to come in and they fix a very nice dinner, like 4 or 5 courses. It's really good, and we encourage everyone to call the high school for tickets for Madrigals. And also that weekend, next Sunday, the band concert, the Christmas band concert.
Yeah.
So this is like a big time of year for music around the high school. I guess the band concert will be on Sunday, probably also at 3 p.m., and that also is free. That'll also be in the East Gym, and we encourage everyone to come to that.
So, the numerical dates, that's the chorus concerts, the
Yeah,
6th,
chorus concert is this Sunday,
that's the
December 6th.
6th, and then the 13th.
You're right.
Yeah.
You plan to make a whole next few weekends.
Yeah.
Nothing but music.
I know what I'll be doing with my weekends.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you, Jim.
See you next week and everything. So, tonight we're starting a very, very special program in cooperation with the area grade schools. We call this 8th Graders of the Month. What we've done, we sent letters out to the area grade schools, District 50, 51, 52, St. Pat's. Each month,
622.
622. Any of them. This month we're featuring St. Pat's. What we do, we give a chance for some of their 8th graders to come and visit the high school, check what the high school has to offer them, especially TV club, and just had a chance to be on the show and say hi to mom and dad and all those. So please welcome some of the students from St. Pat's.
All right.
everybody. Holy heck. Holy oh, okay. Well, we did fit.
This is all the class that's not ill today.
Not ill? Oh. Sickness going around in grade school. On me, we have David Aiken.
Yep.
Got that right? Kristen Mowbray, Stephanie Murray, David Brenner,
Camp.
David
Bremen
Mike, David Bremer Camp,
Right.
Bremer Camp, and Mike Clark there down the end. So how you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Great.
So tell me, what do you guys like to do at St. Pat's? What are your favorite subjects? Like for one thing, what's your
English and science.
English and science?
English and literature.
English and literature?
Yep.
I like science.
Didn't your English teacher come here tonight?
Yeah. So do literature.
Yeah. We're getting
like
some good
science,
points
yeah.
here, brownie points. Yeah, okay.
Science.
What are some of your least favorite subjects in school?
Math.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys just don't like the subject itself, or just
Yeah.
Subject.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Alright.
teacher.
Okay. What do you guys else do you guys do in school besides you have your school day, but like you guys on any sport teams or anything like that?
Lots of
Yeah.
sports.
Basketball, volleyball, track, baseball, and softball.
Cheerleading.
And cheerleading, excuse me, and band.
Chess.
Yes,
Chess team. We do have a chess team up here at the high school, the WCHS. Yeah, Tim Franz is captain of that. What sports are you? Are you involved with all the sports?
Yeah.
Are you
I'm a softball and cheerleading.
softball and cheerleading?
Softball, track, volleyball, cheerleading.
Basketball.
Basketball, track, baseball.
So you guys right now are in basketball and cheerleading then?
Yeah.
Has volleyball season started yet?
Monday.
Monday. So how's the basketball team doing right now?
We won a game.
All right. Now only the 8th graders, I understand, can be cheerleaders at St. Pat's. Is that right?
Yeah.
All the 8th graders, girls cheerleaders. How many are in your class?
24.
24.
Yeah, 24.
Is it pretty much equal, split up between girls
11,
and
13.
11, 13?
Girls, 13 boys.
So you guys have a lot, big load to carry throughout the school. As in like activities, you have to make majority of all the activities like sports and different things like that.
Yeah.
Right now, I know you're still young and everything like that. And, you haven't hit high school and you haven't get to college. But have you ever thought about like, what would you like to do in life? Like, what would you, David?
Yes.
David, what would you like to do like when you get out past college or something like
Well,
that?
I've been thinking about something in art, and I would really like to be a cartoonist.
That'd be cool. But what's your favorite cartoon?
Yeah, I like Dagwood and Blondie.
All right. Kristen?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it much. The only thing that's come to mind is being an obstetrician.
Ooh. I haven't thought about it much, but first thing that came to my mind. Stephanie?
A nurse or a doctor, I guess. I don't know.
David Bremen Camp?
I was thinking of being an actor or write stories or stuff like that.
Mike?
I don't really know. Maybe an engineer.
Not an optometrist. I'm sorry. I'll leave that one alone. So you guys got that plan pretty much. Have you put down, it's getting close to the season again, as we see. This was, who donated all this stuff? Tim Franz? As you notice, Master Miss Knapp? Oh, wow. Hatfield. Oh, last year. She didn't know we did. Okay. Just the season, though. What would you like old Santa Claus to bring you this year? What's your big gift? Hopeful for a gift this year. Your big wish.
Let's start down on that end.
Okay, David. A stereo, I guess.
All right.
I want one of them guns that shoot paint pellets. Gotcha.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Money.
Money.
Clothes.
Clothes.
Let's start. No. Yeah, I guess those gotcha guns are pretty cool.
Yeah. What you?
I want one too.
Shane, if you get one, Shane will put it.
Yeah.
You guys have a, I know the answer, but you guys have some brothers and sisters in high school? Do you have any brothers and sisters in high school?
No, I don't have a brother or sister.
Oh.
But if I had a brother, I'd like it to be Jim.
What a brown nose! You can have the show next year. He has the show next year. Okay. Which one said that English was your favorite subject too?
No, there's no brown there.
Kristen, do you have a brother?
Scott and Todd.
Scott.
Todd's out, but Scott's senior.
Scott Mowbray?
Yeah.
He plays football. Did you watch him when he was on the show last time?
Yeah.
Probably have.
Yeah. Watch this one. Okay, and you've had a lot of.
Angie and Michelle. Yeah.
It's never ending. But you,
I got a freshman brother. His name is Jim Bremenkamp.
Jim Bremenkamp.
Plays trombone, you know.
Right.
Oh yeah, old Jim. Yeah. Okay, and
Yeah, I have a sister. She's a sophomore. Erin Clark.
Aaron Clark. Do you guys well, I know some of you don't have to worry about it. Are you guys looking forward to being in high school next year with your brothers and sisters?
No.
No.
That's a brilliant unanimous answer. Now, when you've gotten a small tour, did you get a small tour of the high school?
Yeah.
Find how massive and humongous this institution is. Have you already thinking about? I know you've been thinking about doing stuff. What are your plans for high school right now? Like, as in anything, sports, drama, music, any of that? What are you hoping to do right now?
Do art and drama.
Really?
And TV club.
And
TV club.
we
Yeah,
can do
TV
that
club.
one.
Yeah, TV club.
Basketball and band, I think.
I have no idea.
I put art and band.
Art and band.
Band and sports.
Do you you have a recently developed a band at St. Pat's, don't you? How long has the band been going on now?
5 years, I think.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
4, I think.
This is one of the youngest bands, but
Yeah.
you did pretty good at marching, didn't you, this year?
Last year.
No, last year.
We didn't do
haven't marched this year.
homecoming.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
We didn't march in homecoming.
Oh,
Way to be
okay.
up on events.
I'm sorry, I didn't brief my subject. Well, you guys were nervous about being on tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Well, I hope you just give you a chance to see what, is here at the high school, especially as in
Multi-million-dollar studio.
multi-million-dollar, spacious. I haven't heard that in a long time. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and go back and tell all your sick friends. You want to tell anybody, name anybody that from your class that are gone today, or just like say hi to anybody from your class?
I want to say hi to Brian Cooper.
Brian Cooper.
Brian Cooper.
All
I
right.
say hi to my mom, my dad, my brother, my aunt, my grandma, and everyone else I forgot.
This guy's brown nose and
My family.
There's Jenny Eblin and Sarah Petit, who's homesick right now. I like to say hi to them.
And Eric, yeah.
Eric Eblin.
Mark Stromberger.
Are they related to
Yeah,
Anya Eblin by any chance? Oh,
Yeah, then there's Mark and Dan. And,
Yeah, Mark.
And Dan.
Mark Stromberg?
Yeah, Mark Stromberger.
The dude of the town. The dude. We all. Well, I'm glad you guys could come on tonight and stay and watch the show. And thanks for being on.
All right.
All right. Thanks. Holy cow, that was fun.
That was fun.
On our agenda, it says an Ardeen poll. So we have
What's an Ardeen poll?
our
anyway?
Ardeen poll. Tonight's Ardeen's poll question is this: if you were given 24 hours to live, what would you do? Hear what some of you guys said. What would you do if you had 24 hours to live? Say goodbye to Jessica in a funny kind of way. Oh,
I don't know.
Go! Right. You're given 24 hours. Do my own hair and makeup for my funeral. Do my hair and makeup for my funeral.
You don't want
I'd donate my body to the school science department. Doc Simmons, Mr. Necker is having fun dissecting. If you were given 24 hours to live, I'd make a long-distance call to Siberia. Why?
Who wrote that?
I would write an editorial to the Journal Star saying they should do the paper in cursive writing. Yeah. If you were given 24 hours to live, what would you do? Write a book of dumb jokes. I don't know.
I didn't do that one.
You didn't?
I did the one about cursive writing.
Given 24 hours, just great. Given 24 hours to live, I don't rightly know. Rightly know, not just know. You're given 24 hours to live, what would you do? Dig up the grave of a man who invented calculus and make him find the limit of indefinite interval of the derivative. Yes. Maybe a Bruner buddy, yes. If you're given 24 hours to live, what would you do? I would tell all my friends and family how much I appreciate and value them. Oh, well, that must be at Brown-Noser back there. Oh. 24 hours to live, I'd live very fast. I want to die on time. Okay.
Gotta think about that one.
Yeah, I gotta think about that one. If you were given 24 hours to live, what would you do? Make my best at making a funny joke. I just wanted to do that.
That was John's.
Well, I didn't do that.
If you were given 24 hours to live, try to do one last calculus problem. Given 24 hours to live, what would you do? Have a little talk with God. If you're given 24 hours to live, get a speeding ticket. No, get a speeding ticket and eat chocolate.
Same time.
You're really
same time.
Stretching the limits of the law there.
You're given 24 hours to live, I'd die. Take all my money out of my bank and buy the world a Coke. I'd watch all the WCHS Today tapes I could find. There we go. There we go.
If you're smart, it wouldn't be many.
I would make I don't know. Oh, here we go.
I get it.
Jessica was that bad. If you're given 24 hours to do, what would you do? Marry John. Oh, who could that be? Who could that be? I would go to Colorado and ski down the tallest mountain, then ride the rapids on the Colorado River. This person really expressed it well. Party. I would cry, make Cheerios sink. Skip that one. I would fly some friends to California and have a big beach party. Then go to the mall and blow my money on everything. Boy, that guy's going to be busy in the last 24 hours. I would try to get an A on a history test. And I would hop the Concorde and enjoy. So that was your guys' audience poll this evening. Yeah! One of our main TV club members, John Norland, he is active in wrestling right now. But he wrote us, plus the article, it was an article in the paper, and he gave us some of his words from John Nolan's non-essential dictionary. So if we could look at some of the words in these words describe fall. Describe fall. Number 10, fall. What your grades do when the season what your grades do this season because of homecoming, Thanksgiving, Halloween, football, etc. Aha! Leaves. What a student does when the bell rings. Oh, good. This is going well. Tennis. What the answer to what is 5 times 2?
Tennis.
Pumpkin. Relatives of a pump. Non-essential dictionary right here. Turkey. What you use to unlock a tur. Sweaters. People involved in heavy physical activity. Pilgrims. The edges of a pilg. And the Indians. Cleveland's baseball team. Thus ends Nolan's non-essential dictionary. All right. Yeah. It's probably the last time we'll see Nolan's non-essential dictionary for this year.
Thank goodness.
Non-cynical.
What is it?
Non-cynical? Oh.
Sensible, essential, whatever it is.
Our main guest tonight
still dumb.
Makes always an annual appearance and always is a wonderful welcome. He's always fun to talk to. He's just an interesting man. Please welcome our superintendent of Washington Community High School, Mr. Ray Torrey.
I'll tell you what, I think you guys wrote that dictionary that just heard back.
So how are you doing tonight, Mr. Troy?
Just fine, Jim, just fine. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Now you are superintendent of Washington Community High School, but you never really started out aiming that way, did you?
No, I didn't. In fact, when I was named superintendent, I was surprised as anybody. Because my plans never were to be a school administrator.
What were your plans like back in high school? What did you used to do
Well,
and stuff like that?
Yeah, I heard you ask those 8th graders some of their plans. Mine, essentially, when I was their age, was I was going to play professional baseball. And that's what I geared my life to, and somewhere along the line, God and I disagreed. First of all, he made me slow. I couldn't run very fast. He didn't make me very big, so I couldn't hit the ball out of the park. So I never quite realized that dream.
But you did play baseball all throughout your
Oh, yeah.
scholastic career.
Yeah, I really started playing competitively on independent teams when I was in 8th grade. Played on semi-pro team in our hometown of Southern Illinois when I was in 8th grade, and then played all through high school, college, semi-pro, a lot of service. After I got out, I played a little bit more in the Peoria area, Bloomington area, but never did sign that contract to get that big money.
Well, you were lettered in baseball and basketball through high school, is that right?
Yeah. You got to understand now, in our high school, there was 18 in my graduating class. So, like the kids from St. Pat's says, you did an awful lot. You know, you were in the plays. Fortunately, we didn't even have a band. I mean, we never heard of a band. But you're in the plays. You're on the speech team. You're in student council. You were part of every club. You played in 3 or 4 athletic sports. Plus, you went to class and had to do well. So, yeah, I played 4 years of basketball and 4 years of baseball in high school.
Where else were you active? You said student council. Did you get pretty active in all those other things too? Strongly as much as like the sports?
Yeah, I was. I had the lead in 2 plays, junior and senior year.
Which plays were they?
Oh golly! You're asking me to go way back now. I can't even remember the name of them. The only thing I do remember. In one play, I played a hillbilly father. I do remember that, with a shotgun wedding. I can remember that part of the play. That's the only thing I remember about it. But in student council, I was active in the 4 years of council, and I served as president my senior year in high school. So we remained active. In a small school, small schools have that kind of advantage, that you have to be a part of everything if you're going to make school function, because there's just not very many people. It has some disadvantages too. I had probably a third of the choice of classes. Well, to be honest with you, it's less than a third. Here you have something like 220 classes in which to choose from. My total choice was 22 in 4 years. So there wasn't many electives. You just took what was there, and that was it.
You went on to college then, and you kept up your baseball playing, I understand?
Yeah. I went to Illinois State, Redbirds. Anybody Redbird fans around? Oh, boy. I know your sponsor is. He better be. You never get that PhD from there if he isn't. But anyway, I went to Illinois State right out of high school and didn't go on an athletic scholarship, but I played 4 years of varsity baseball, lettered all 4 there. Was very fortunate in being able to captain 3 of the 4 years, and 2 of them were conference championships, so that was a nice experience. In college, I pretty much concentrated on the books and baseball. Tried basketball, but there was no place on a basketball floor for a 5'10" slow country hick, and I didn't last very long there. So, but that was the extent of my activity there. Spent a lot of time worked my way through, paid most of my own way.
What did you study when you were in
My undergrad degree was in physical education with a minor in business education. I taught, primary interest in accounting, really, as a minor field. And that's what I graduated with, and that's what I started teaching in both of those fields.
Now, after the college, after you had your 3 years of letter, you were offered some chances to play
Yeah, well, actually, it came while I was in college, and that was probably the problem, that In 1952, that's ancient history to some of the folks. In 1952, the old St. Louis Browns, their last year in St. Louis, I spent 10 days with them in St. Louis at an official tryout, and they offered a contract for me to go to Janesville, Wisconsin in a Class C league to play at that time. And I was going into my second year of college, and my dad says there was nothing going to stand in the way of me finishing college. So he suggested I wait, and I did. I met, that was an interesting experience, spending that time in St. Louis with the Major League ball players, being there and being on the field with them. Guys of my era that none of you would remember, but it was very interesting for me. I met Dizzy Dean, talked to Bill Veck. You and I sitting as close as I was to Veck in his office, the baseball magnate that made his way around. But just a tremendous experience for me. But I didn't sign at that point, went back to college and finished out my college career. In 1954, I had a chance to go to Vero Beach with the then Brooklyn Dodgers. But again, that would have meant that I would have to drop out of school to do it without a guarantee of any kind of contract or money. So my folks and I decided that I'd finish my education first. And that's what we did.
We kept playing.
I played, yes. I continued to play all the time.
You went directly to get a master's then degree?
No, after I got out of ISU, I started teaching at Leroy, east of Bloomington, probably 15, 20 miles, and worked on my master's, then commuted to the University of Illinois for about 4 years, summers, nights, and got my master's from the U of I in educational administration. That was really the first time I decided that maybe education and administration, principalships, superintendents, would be the thing I would like to do. It wasn't until then.
What all did you teach at Leroy High School?
Well, primarily business, accounting, general business, business law, consumer education. That's all one time. I had five preparations, 5 separate preps, and a PE class. I had that in there too. And it was coaching 3 sports. I coached, was assistant backfield and football, varsity basketball, and varsity baseball. And during that 9-year tenure I was there, I filled capacities as athletic director, assistant principal, dean, right down the line. Again, we're talking about a school of about 250, so teachers got a lot of duty. And it was just a wonderful experience. I enjoyed it immensely.
You had to go into the service during that time, is that
right?
Yeah.
Uncle Sam decided he couldn't do without me. And second year of teaching, the day I was supposed to be giving my semester exams, had them all made out and ready to give them. I was inducted to the Army in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And I spent 2 years there as playing a soldier. But I can't say that I helped protect the country because at that time we were between Korea and Vietnam, so the military wasn't all that glorious. And I started playing baseball. I went in January and started playing baseball in March of that year. And that's how I earned my way through service, by playing baseball. We get to summertime come, I was just like a ball player. I wasn't a soldier. We'd travel to Colorado, Kentucky, Tennessee, Texas, Arkansas, Illinois, Missouri, Alabama, those places playing baseball. And that was my duty. Just pack my bag and away we go in the Army bus, and we'd be gone for 10 days. Back for a 10-day, maybe a homestand for a week, and then go off to the West Coast for 8 or 10 days playing somebody out there. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
It's not that side of Army you usually hear about.
No, no. The one thing, I guess, other than enjoying playing baseball, on that particular team I played on, I was the only guy that was not a professional. They had not signed a pro contract. There were some major leaguers there. Some of you, for example, Cub fans, there were 2 guys who made it to the Cubs that were on that ball club. One made it to the Yankees, a couple with Detroit, one with the Giants, first baseman with Giants, one with the White Sox, But I was the only guy that hadn't had any pro experience that was playing on that ball club. And it was just a lot of fun. But the thing that kept me out of it, I didn't have any KP duty while I was playing baseball. None. And boy, I love that. That getting up at 3:30 and starting washing dishes, scrubbing floors just wasn't something I liked to do.
That's the Army I hear about. After Leroy, you taught there Leroy for 9 years. Did you go directly to here then?
Yeah, I came to Washington, and after that stint of duty in 1964, came here as an administrative assistant and a teacher. Taught accounting and general business and was part-time administrator, and been here ever since.
Did you do any coaching here at Washington High?
No, I didn't coach in the high school at all. I coached Pony League and Little League, those kinds of baseball teams with the Washington Rec Association for 8 or 10 years, but I never coached at Washington High, no.
So what was the actual year that you did that promoted to the superintendent?
I became superintendent on July 1st, 1969. So this is my 19th year as a superintendent. So I've been around a while. Some of you weren't even born when I became superintendent. Most of you weren't born.
Well, talk about some topics having to do with the school, relating to the superintendent. First about North Central evaluation. This happened during my freshman year, which was 3 years ago. Committee from North Central came and viewed our school. They do that on a 7-year
cycle.
7-year cycle, and give suggestions, recommendations, and compliments. And I know they gave a lot of recommendations every year. You get this same question: how much have we done on the to fulfill the evaluation recommendations?
Well, I can't give you a number as to how many. I don't remember how many recommendations that the North Central Committee had made, but we have accomplished a lot of what they have indicated that and made recommendations on that we should be doing. In the way of curriculum revision, we've added some things. I know in math has made some changes in the last 3 or 4 years. In social studies, the institution of the advanced placement program was one of their recommendations. Some facility changes, building improvements have been made as a direct result of their recommendation in North Central. The North Central, Jim, it's an organization that really forces you to take a hard look at what you're doing in the school. It makes you take a look at everything pertaining to the school and find out, hey, are we doing it right? Can we do it better? And that's the way we're viewing the evaluation now. Each year we go back, we read through and make the check marks as to what we've accomplished and what we have to do. From 7 years ago, we had accomplished 93% of the recommendations made. So, and I think we're on track with this one too.
A new change this year was the closing of the smoking area. How do you? Okay. How has that affected been related through the faculty? How has the faculty looked at this effect? How is the overall general consensus of this closing?
Let me talk first of all about the faculty. I can't say enough about our faculty. The cooperation that they've given over the years and in my tenure here has been just super. They've been very easy to work with, and certainly we don't always agree, and I'm sure they don't agree with me on a lot of things that go on, but they've been a very cooperative faculty. In regard to the smoking area, that same cooperation has been there. Maybe not 100%, but for the most part, the faculty views the closing of the smoking area for the purpose for which it was done, and that is to create a more healthful environment. And that change didn't go just to students, it went across the board. Staff, teachers, administrators, board members, visitors, spectators, that same no smoking applies to all those people. And our faculty has done a super job in adhering to that particular thing. I don't know if they all like it. I didn't ask them. And I really don't care, to be honest with you, because I'm a firm believer if the Board of Education passes a rule or a policy that they're to implement, it's my job to implement it. And if people get unhappy with me for doing that, so be it. But that's a part of the job that I feel I have to do. But they have accepted it very well. And I think by their accepting it, it made it a lot easier for everybody. From a student point of view, their cooperation, I think, has been good. We haven't had that many problems. I know there are some. It's not 100% being adhered to, because once in a while we find evidence. But we diligently try to maintain that policy, and the fact that we're not telling anybody, and the board isn't attempting to tell anybody how to run their life, but they are trying to tell them that while you're a part of WCHS, you're going to be in a healthful environment, and that's the whole essence of what we're trying to do. And I think it's going along pretty well.
Yeah. Well, you're also starting some very new and different student services. I know you're wearing the I like button from Operation Snowball, which is supposed to be a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, I wish somebody would tell me what that means. Every time I see somebody, they give me a different name or a different acronym as to what it is.
No, I'm lovable.
Well, I like that one much better than one other one I heard, and I can't repeat it on the air. So.
I adore lizards and
something about iguanas or something like that.
Yeah. Well, how is that? That has been an awesome positive effect on a lot of the student body. Is that, besides that, or you want to go into a little bit of detail about the Snowball program?
Okay, let me talk about the total student service program, and Snowball is just a part of it, because I too have heard just fantastic reviews of that weekend, and I think that those of you that might have participated probably know a lot more than I do, so I'll not try to repeat that. But the reviews that I have that come back to me from parents that I've talked to, from staff that I've talked to, from students, it was a very, very positive influence on a lot of people, and I think and I hope that that effect continues to permeate itself throughout our school. But our total student service program that we attempt to operate, it's not only Snowball. There's a lot of things, a lot of factors that we try to get into. Because we firmly believe that students, when they come to school, they bring with them a lot of different things other than simply what goes on in their minds insofar as history, English, etc. Some of them come with some very deep problems that need addressing. And it's very hard to ask you to sit there. Let's take a Mike sitting there, for example.
This is your life.
But if Mike comes to school with a problem, a major problem that's affecting him, it's very difficult for him to sit there and concentrate through 6 classes and do his best. If he's not doesn't see any way that he can get some help in his major problem. Some of our students, for example, come to school with some very, very deep emotional problems. Such things as, just draw one, anorexia type problem, the health thing. Very difficult to concentrate on studying about Civil War and being able to accomplish very much when you're sick and not worry, and you're concerned about it. There's got to be some help. I think for too long I'm talking education, has kind of ignored that particular side of the problem. Those problems aren't left at the school door when you walk into them. And I think we have to address the issue of trying to help. And this is what we're trying to do. Our student service program is attempting to help that all the way from in-school suspension, which some of you might view as a penalty. I don't view it quite as a penalty, as an opportunity to reassess yourself a little bit.
Yeah, most students don't want to go out there and try to get in-school suspension for.
But the idea there is, okay, you did something that got you there.
Yeah.
Now, maybe you have a problem that you have to deal with, and you have an opportunity to deal with that in-school suspension teacher one-on-one. And maybe we're going to help you academically by having you there. And maybe we're going to help you adjust socially by having you there. Maybe your emotions are going to get a chance to get vented, and that'll help you simply by being there. So it's not locked up in punishment. I will not ever approve an in-school suspension type program that does not have some type of counseling, some kind of behavior modification mod that can be a part of it. Simply to lock a youngster up because he did something wrong, I don't agree with. And I think that's how we establish our program there. In the other areas, our crisis education, for example, the same thing. Those kids with problems have a place in the school they can go to and begin to get help. And then Snowball, of course, just grew out of that, and that positive image has just been super for our school. And I'm just so very pleased that it went so well, and proud to be associated with a school that and a group of students, teachers, and parents who would put forth the effort that evidently was done to make it so beneficial. So I just hope that continues.
We also had award-winning counselors, our counselor section school.
Yeah, there's not too many know about that, and that's quite an honor. Our guidance staff was, for their career program, was picked as one of 6 or 7, not in the state, but in the nation. You stop to think the hundreds of thousands of schools that are around, and we're one of 7, where our program is honored nationwide for a type of service that we're affording to our youngsters. I think that's just a super thing, and you really ought to get the counseling people on someday and let them tell you about that program.
Well, yourself, though, I know you won some awards for being superintendent, but 2 of them, the main ones you awarded, are Washingtonian of the Year in 1979 and an Award for Education Excellence in 1985, which that's not too bad yourself.
Well, you know, individuals get awards, but without cooperative people to work with, you're really not going to be very successful. If you were to run this show, for example, by yourself without the help, it wouldn't get very far.
No.
So individual awards are simply reflections upon group and team that works together to achieve that. And I suppose certainly they're pleasing to me, and I'm very proud of them. But each person here gets a little part of those too because they help, and that's kind of the way I view them. My true rewards, I told you the other day in our conversation, my true rewards don't come in trophies handed out by the State Department or by the city. They come from watching guys like you, some of the others, go on and achieve. No, I'm serious. You think, you know, I think of our kids who are doing well. Athletics is very visible, and I'll not make any bones about it. I'm a jock from the word go, and I go to all the athletic events I can, and I follow our kids. But you know, when I turn on TV on Monday nights and Miami Dolphins are playing, and I see number 74 there,
yeah,
you know, this just beats just a little bit harder because I'm very proud of that. He was here. He was one of us. You know, last year we turned TV on and we saw Purdue and Doug Lee pouring them through, even when he beat my alma mater with that. I was hoping Doug would get 40 and Purdue would only get 42 and the Illini would win, but it didn't happen. But those kinds of things, in our business, that's where our rewards come from. And, you know, we watch these guys go on to different things. We've got a sports writer at the Sun-Times, for example, whose sister is on our staff, Mrs. Poole, her brother, Van Dyke, a sports writer for the Sun-Times out of Chicago. Turn on a radio Sunday afternoon, sometime you'll hear him. He's a Washington grad. Makes you feel good to be able to hear and see his successes. So that's the kinds of things we look for, and I really don't look to accolades for individuals type stuff.
I'd like to thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule and being with us tonight, Mr. Torrey. We always hit the returning question about the North Central, and we covered a lot more. I bet you didn't know this much about Mr. Torrey, did you?
No.
No. So
maybe it's more than they want to know.
Well, thank you very much for being on. In closing, I'd like to say something real quick. If you guys get a chance, this little plug for East Peoria, you guys get like a night, some night, anytime before Christmas or like a little bit after Christmas, go to East Peoria, take about an hour, hour and a half, and just drive all around there. They have a wondrous display of lights.
The parade's on TV.
The parade's going to be on TV Saturday night.
Channel 19.
Channel 19 at 7 o'clock. if you get a chance, all the floats that were in the parade are scattered throughout the town. There's a place where they parked about like 30 or 40.
By Hardee's, kind of?
Yeah,
Is that
30
where it
or
was?
40. I drove by there, and
That's what it was last year.
it is a fantastic sight. Try to get out there and see. The East Peoria Chamber of Commerce have done a really good job. Next week, my co-partner, John Stromberger, will be at the helm again next week, taking over for me. I don't think I'll be doing camera. They kicked me off of camera forever now. I'll be in the back there, so until then, have a nice week. See you then.